Hi everybody, my name is Donna. I'm South African and an aspiring author. So today we've got something a little bit different, a little bit exciting. We have a guest. So today's virtual guest is a fantasy author, an award-winning blogger. She is my critique partner and an all-round awesome human being. Please can we welcome Rhianne Williams. Let me read the, I have been a while since I've read these questions. Okay, so question number one is, what was the first book that made you cry?
Oh my God. I actually haven't cried at a book.
Really?
Yeah, I've never cried at a book. I've cried at Disney films, TV shows, and things like that, but I've never cried in a book. I've laughed out loud in a book, and the only book that made me laugh, like, I literally sat there and was like, that's really funny, was in the third Twilight book, where she punched Jacob in the face and broke her hand.
Oh yeah. That bit made me laugh as well, actually.
Yeah.
Does writing energize or exhaust you?
A bit of both. So it all depends on what kind of mood I'm in. So sometimes I'm like full on energetic, ready to go, and I write like 1,000 words. And then some days I'm like, I can't do this. I just can't do it. Yeah. And then I end up writing like 100 words, and I'm like, no, I have to get to 300. I can't let myself.
Yeah, I think we all have days like that, hey?
Yeah.
Okay, number 3 is, what is your writing kryptonite?
Ooh. That is a good question. I actually don't have an answer for it. Can we come back?
Yeah, sure. Okay, number 4, have you ever gotten reader's block?
Yes, I get reader's block all the time.
Myself as well. It's frustrating, especially if you're working on a project. You kind of don't want to distract yourself.
Yeah, I'm currently reading a book at the moment, and I've literally got past the first chapter, and I'm like, this book is so boring. I have to read it.
Yeah. Number 5, did you ever consider using a pseudonym?
I did, yes. So when I was writing my first book, I was writing with a co-author, and I didn't know if I wanted like my name out there. So I was like, well, everyone goes through like, oh, use your mum's maiden name and use this name and that name. So for a while, I was convinced my author name was going to be Estelle Keane.
That's a nice one, actually.
Yeah. I still might use it, who knows. But yeah, in the end, I was like, you know what? I've written this book. I want to be proud of it. It's me.
Number 6 is, what is the best writing advice you've ever received?
Oh, that I've ever received? Probably from my friend Megan. She was like, you need to invest in yourself. So make sure like you invest in yourself. So learn about the craft, practice the craft, and make an effort to invest in the book. So get a decent editor, get a decent cover, and just give it your all, basically.
Question number 7 is, how did publishing your first book change your writing process?
Well, it made me realise I should never be a pantser. And since publishing that first book, I have plotted most, if not all, of the following books that I'm now writing.
That's a good point, because I think a lot of people think that, you know, the inspiration will just flow, and it's like, for some people it does, but for us mortals, it doesn't all the time.
Yeah, exactly. And I
I
found that it's so much easier to have a like a guideline. Like, don't get me wrong, I still pants a few sections, I still insert a few bits here and there that I know I didn't write down, but I find it a lot easier to have a guideline so that when I go off track I can go, well, actually I've gone over there, but I need to come back to here.
Number 8, what would your writing spirit animal be?
Cat.
A cat.
Yeah.
Does what she wants and takes does what she wants and takes lots of naps, hey?
Yeah.
Do you have, and if you do, how many projects do you have that will never see the light of day?
2.
2.
Yeah, just the 2.
Would you like to elaborate a little bit, or would you rather not?
Well, one of them is the book that I wrote with a co-author, but that didn't go to plan, and I ended up basically saying neither of us can use the other section because we went our separate ways. So that's just sitting on a USB somewhere that I've not used.
Okay, this is quite a deep one. And number 10 is, what does success mean to you?
Just being proud of myself. So I am immensely negative about myself, and I'm always like, oh, I'm not good enough, I'm never doing this, I can't do that. And then one of my friends, Holly, she literally sits there and she goes, Rhianne, you've literally got up every day at ridiculous times in the morning, sat down, written for an hour, you've done this, you've done that, you've published 2 books, you should be proud of yourself. And then I sit there and I go, oh yeah, I'm awesome.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've actually achieved something, so that makes me feel successful.
Okay, number 11 is, what kind of research do you do for a project, and how long does it usually take you?
Ooh, it depends on the project. When I was writing Egyptian Curse, I was Googling things all the time because I was like, I need to get ancient Egypt right. I can't send somebody there and just make everything up. I made up some bits, but it's loosely based on fact. So I did a lot of research for that. But with my new project, the Guthrie Legacy, I've literally only Googled Arthurian legends because I'm going to base it on the King Arthur legend and things like that. But I'm writing it from Morgana's point of view rather than King Arthur.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm switching the roles around. So King Arthur's the bad guy.
Number 12 is, what's the most difficult thing about writing for you?
Editing.
Mm.
Well, I think, I don't know about anyone else, but I think I'm really good at the idea, plotting and writing stage. But when I get to the point where I've got to edit it, I'm terrible. I'm absolutely rubbish. Thank God for editing, because honestly, my writing is a shambles.
Oh dear, yeah, no, that would be, I must say, since I've been doing, like, I wouldn't say a lot of editing, but since finishing my first draft, it's terrible because you can sit for hours and hours, and then when you look back, you've done nothing, like nothing. It's really, it's really downheartening for me. I don't know about for you.
Yeah. I mean, with one of my books, one that's not published, I sat there for 3 days trying to figure out a chapter and how to change it to make it work, and I couldn't do it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay, let's go to the next one. Number 13 is, what's something that you've edited out of your most recent project?
I completely gutted the prologue. It took out the entire thing, and then I rewrote it.
I remember that.
Yes.
Cool. But I think what you ended up with was a lot more kind of a bit more mysterious in a way, and it kind of was it was a good switch, I think.
Yeah. But I am keeping it, so it's going to be a bonus scene that I'm going to add to my website's library, so people will still be able to read it.
Good idea. I like that. That's a good one. 14 is, do you ever read your own book reviews?
Yes. probably shouldn't, but yes, I do. Some of them have been really horrible, and I've cried, and I've sent it to my best friend, and I've gone, I'm such a shit author, nobody likes me, it's terrible. And she's come back and gone, they literally don't know what they're talking about, you're fine. And I'm like, okay. And then she's gone and found like one where someone said something really nice and makes me happy. But yeah, no, I do read them. It's nice to know what people think. You can't please everybody, but it's helpful to sometimes read it, and it gives you like ideas for what to work on.
Okay, now the last one is what is your favorite childhood book?
Oh, probably Artemis Fowl, because honestly, that series of books was amazing. I still read it now. I reread them all the time because they're just incredible. By Owen Colfer, they're about like a kid genius who finds like a fairy world and goes on adventures, and yeah, it's really good. And there's like 8 of them now as well. They're so good.
Oh yeah, so that's all the questions that I've got. I will leave all of Rhianne's social media links as well as a link to her blog all down in the description below. Please go check her out. She also has a closed Facebook group which you can apply to be in. And yeah, I'm so glad that I was able to do this with her. Thank you so much, Rhianne, for doing this with me. That's all I have for you guys today. Remember that I post videos every Friday, which is Friday my time. That's GMT +2. Remember to check Rhianne out, and I'll see you back here next week. Bye.